Hey everyone, you watching Tom Mizzle. My channel is Mizzle14, and I'm here doing a review of Basketball Wives Season 7, Episode 7. It was juicy. It was more into the rumor and finding answers to some of the questions that Shawnee has. And we're just gonna jump right into it. But first, I'm gonna get through Malaysia's side story because that was the only extra thing that happened besides this major turning events of finding out who said what was happening, who got proof, and everything that Shorty wanted to get. So, last week episode, Malaysia expressed told Cece that she had some interest with this guy that she met at Cece's party. Now we turn to find out his name is Ron. Ron is a sports agent. So they had a double date. Cece and Byron had a double date with Malaysia and Ron. Malaysia looked really nice. Cece looked nice. They all had a nice suit up and everything. It was pretty. It was a good event. It seemed like it was a nice little double date. They had laughs. They was talking. It was good energy. It was good vibes. It was no dead moments, no awkward moments. So I was like, Malaysia seemed like she really interested in Ron. Ron seemed like he's a good guy. Like he could talk. He could make you laugh and had a good time. He had that deep voice too, so it was like nice. And he was kind of good looking guy too. So Malaysia was happy. She likes that, and she was asking different questions, and he was answering the questions. He said we find out he wants kids. He don't have any kids. He was married and he's divorced, and during the midst of that, they seemed like she was interested in going on a second date. So she agreed. Ron and Malaysia had a second date separate from Cece and Byron because she wanted to see how he is without them around. And they had a second date and they went to racquetball. And they had a good time. They were playing. They had random ball, trying to figure out the rules of the ball game and a lot of the stuff. And it seemed like they was enjoying themselves. So they had another sit down. They was talking. He explained more about his situation with his ex and stuff. And he seemed like he's a good guy. And Malaysia said she are hard at dating. She don't really know how to date because when she met her ex, she had her ex since she was 18 years old. On her 18th birthday, she been with her ex, and they've been together for a long time. And now she's back in the dating scene, so she really don't know how to date. So it's difficult for her. And they sat down, they continued talking, and they went come to find out Malaysia is she likes him. She's smitten. She blushing. She like a young schoolgirl crush. She was like, oh, she was like this, like dreamy, and he's a good guy so far. So they plan on another date. I said it's a good thing they're going on different dates and see how it is. And she said next time we're gonna go on another different date, and we're gonna actually know what to do. And she just did basketball, and he said, well, next time we do, I'm gonna make sure you win. She said, oh no, don't do that. So it was cute little date they had together, and that was nice. That Malaysia had a good time, and whatever that Ron and her goes from here, I believe that they should still be good friends because he's a cool guy. He's like good to talk to. He's open minded. He's outspoken, and I guess that he could enjoy the company with Malaysia, and Malaysia could enjoy the company with a good man. Then we get this little mini scene with Tammy and Reggie. Tammy took Reggie out to do some clothes shopping, and it's so funny that the guy at the store, he was the worker, and he said he recognized Tammy. And he said, "Oh my gosh, that's you! I like your Bonner Chronicles." And she said, "Oh, thank you. Get into it," and all that stuff. So it was cute. And Tammy told Reggie about Jen and what she did and how she pulled out. She told Shawnee what happened, and Reggie said Jen is a fake girl. She fake, and she said yeah. And Tammy told Reggie that she was proud that she didn't fight and took a dare because you know Tammy used to like to pop off, and she didn't go there, so she was clutching her purse real hard, and she didn't want to jump that scene, so she calmed herself, and she's just proud of herself and her progress. Reggie said, "I'm proud of you that you didn't take it there and you growing," and that was that. That was a little nice little scene, and that was the end of that. Now the bulk of this episode was Shawnee trying to get answers to this rumor Is it true? Was it not true? And everything. So an episode started where it ended last week. And Evelyn was defending herself. She said she did not do this. She swear on her kids that she didn't slept with Shawnee's ex. We still don't know who the ex is. It was. I mean, the way how Shawnee is talking, it seems like it could be Shaq, but we don't know because she has another person she was dating. So don't know, but we don't know exactly what it was. But she did tell us that later on she did have a talk with the ex, and he denied it, and he said he hating now. Every time he talks about it, he said, "Oh, did you talk to that bitch? Did you say this and all that stuff?" So he's mad, whatever the woman is, that he was involved, and he know he did not do it. So Shawnee asked Jen, "Where did you get your information from?" Because Jen said she was asked this, and she just blurted out. But Jen said she was told this, and she was no. She said she was asked about it, and she said some people told her about it, and so asked her about the situation. And Shawnee said, "Who?" Because I never in my life heard about this rumor. I never in my life heard about this. So who told you or who asked you, whatever Jen word was, about it? She said a lot of people in Miami told her. And then she asked Malaysia. She said, "Malaysia, how do you come about finding out?" She said, "Jen told me," but she never said who told her. So that was that. Jen said Tammy told her that. Malaysia said Jen said Tammy started it and started the rumor. Tammy said Jen started the rumor. So we don't know who is lying. Who is telling the truth at this point? So Shawnee is upset a little bit that. And she said not only you jeopardize your relationship with Evelyn, you jeopardize your relationship with me, because this is something that was so vicious and so cruel that you would say something like this, and it's like nobody ever came to me. And she said, "You had this information, why you came to me?" And Jen said she never wanted to bring it to Shawnee because she didn't know exactly the proof or any receipts of it. So she didn't have any receipts of it. That's why she never brought it up. And she said, Tammy asked me about this, and that's how I put it to her. And Tammy said, "No, you lying, because I never asked you about this type of situation. You brought this up to me, and then you spread this to everybody else about this. So why are you thinking that you could sit here and lie in my face and saying that I asked you about this rumor?" And it's crazy. It said who started, but then Jen said she freaking was asked and told about it by different people. And then she want to apologize. She said yes. And Shawnee said, own up to your part. You did this. Own up to it. She said, "Yeah, I will own up to it. I will own up to it. Yeah, I did something." And she said, yeah, she had no proof, so she couldn't do it. So, but she would own up to what she said, to what she had started the rumor, or she spread this rumor. Now, Evelyn's angry, so she pulled Shawnee to the side, and she said, "Oh my gosh, I would never in my life do this to you." She said she believed Tammy is lying, and she being messy while bringing this up. So Shawnee asked her, "Do you think Tammy's lying?" She said, "I don't think Tammy is lying, but I believe she's being messy on some kind of way, or why she will bring this up at all this long ass time, or she has some involvement into this." Because I feel the same way. Why now? And she said Shawnee said Evelyn and her have been together for a long time, like been together, friends for 13 years, and she would never think she said Evelyn been her baby shower, Evelyn been around holidays, stuff like that, and for her to ever think about sleeping with my ex, and I never knew it. That's a straight low blow. So she don't know who to think to, who to believe right now, and what to think. She don't know what to think or who to believe. And that's why I say this rumor been going around for a year, and just now you're bringing this up. So I feel like, yes, I believe Tammy is messy for bringing this up now. Whatever Jen started or not, yes, Jen is for. It is Jen's fault for bringing this up and saying this to Tammy and everybody else, and spreading this rumor about Evelyn and that involves Shawnee. But at the same time, if this had been on for a year, why say it now? So as I said in my last video, I think Tammy is kind of jealous of that Evelyn and Jen is getting along and they're cool now, even though she knows this the secret that Jen did to Evelyn that could destroy their relationship, friendship, which I believe it didn't really do much, because I don't think Evelyn really blames Jen too much, even though she knows Jen is part of it and Jen is apologizing. So we'll see about that with friendship later, but as right now, Evelyn is so hell-bent that Tammy is the manipulator, the mastermind behind all this, because it would never brought up if Tammy never said it. So, at the same time, all these people know about this rumor, and nobody seemed to go to tell Shawnee that whether it was said a year ago or now, it seems fucked up. And that's how it's going about. That's how Shawnee feels. Now, Jen, Malaysia, and Kristen had a talk. This is the aftermath, the next day. And they was doing yoga. After yoga, Jen sat down with Malaysia and Kristen, and Jen wanted to know what Malaysia is thinking, because Malaysia was there and Malaysia was saying much. And she apologized for her part in it. She realized it was messed up for bringing this up. She realized she just shouldn't have done it. She shouldn't have said it or do all this stuff. And then we come to the point of Cece and Kristen. Malaysia feel like Kristen and Cece should talk and make up, because she don't. At the end of the day, they kind of like family. They're married to Byron, Malaysia's cousin. They both married to her cousins, so they kind of family as it is, and they're supposed to be close. They see each other around, and so they say that Cece is wrong for throwing Kristen under the bus. They say Cece is fake. She shouldn't have been around and all that other stuff. And Kristen said, I worked too hard and I tried, but it's hard to try with somebody who being fake to me, throwing me under the bus a couple of times and everything. And I was like, Cece really throw you under the bus like that. I mean, Jen and Evelyn trying to switch this around and say that you never brought it to them that it was a joke. And Cece said no, she never said it was nothing about a joke. But at the same time, if it was a joke or not, you still said it. And it was that. And Cece, I could tell Cece and Kristen never really got along or don't really care for each other like that, because you could tell. But Kristen said she will work out and to try to sit down when not having a bitch face and talk to Cece about everything. So she will try. Now, Tammy and Shawnee met up because Shawnee want to know more about Tammy than dude. She's because nobody had any proof at this time. No proof is showing who is lying. Jen said Tammy started it. Tammy said Jen started it, but nobody has any proof. So that's where we can start getting the proof. And this is how the plot started thinking, and now we get more questions that we need to be answered. So Shawnee needs answers. Tammy showed Shawnee a group text that had Tammy was in it. It was a group text that was sent to Tammy, Malaysia, Jen, and another woman. Tammy said nothing in it because Shawnee confirmed that her name was not brought up in none of the text. But Jen and Malaysia and this other woman was talking back and forth. And come to find out, Jen spread this rumor about, Jen said she knows some information about Shawnee's ex and this witch, which was Evelyn. Because at the same time, I think it was through a 5 years period that Jen and Evelyn was not talking. So they was beefing with each other. So Jen said, yeah, I said a lot of stuff to Tammy, and I said a lot of stuff too about Evelyn that it was not should be said, but I said it. And Jen said this, and it seems to me, what's on the text, that Jen wanted Malaysia, told Malaysia this, and wanted Malaysia to put the bug in Shawnee's ear to go to Shawnee and tell her about this. And that was their plan. And I was like, oh snap. So basically, it was saying that Jen is responsible, but Malaysia was responsible too. Jen started the rumor, but Malaysia supposed to tell Shawnee this. And now she want to know what's the connection with Malaysia and Jen, because now it's finding out Malaysia supposed to tell Shawnee this, but Malaysia never denied that she had any part to it. All that she was told that she was told about this. So I said, oh, that's something. That's something indeed. So then Evelyn and Shawnee met with Jackie in Malaysia because they wanted to talk to them about this. And Evelyn came there. She said she wanted to have a Ponderosa. Keep saying Jackie's word because Jackie had that Ponderosa moment with them last season. And she said we would have a few drinks and put a Ponderosa. And Evelyn said something to Jackie. She said she appreciated Jackie. She said Jackie's human, and she realized Jackie's human, that she didn't get involved, and she had human real emotions, that she didn't want to take part into this real crap. So she appreciate that. Jackie accepted that. Jackie said in a confession she don't know whether she probably complimented me and also she's gonna compliment me and also probably criticize me as well. But she gonna take it. It was come for a part, and she gonna do what she do and not be involved in it. Now, Shawnee told Malaysia this. Now Malaysia's kind of like upset because Shawnee told Malaysia that you were supposed to be the key in letting me know about this. And now Malaysia took it back. She said, what? And Malaysia said, no. She told me about this, and I guess she wanted me to bait me to tell you, Shawnee, about it. As Malaysia said, no, I'm not a part of that, and I'm going to get involved. So she denied, and I guess Jen was upset that Malaysia didn't want to go forward to tell Shawnee the rumor. Now, so Shawnee says you need to mount more answers. Now I need to have Tammy sit down. Remember, Tammy told Shawnee that she would not want to sit down with Jen again, because Shawnee said she wanted to have a sit down and confront Jen about this text messages in Malaysia and get the whole deal with it. And I want you there to show the text and to the proof. And Tammy said, no, I don't want to sit down with that bitch, so I'm not sitting there. And she said, oh Lord. So what they did is that Shawnee baited Tammy and said that she just wanted to have a sit down with only her, Shawnee, and Malaysia. And it sat down. But when Tammy got there, she realized Jackie was there, and she said, oh no. And then she saw that Jen showed up there. To go on more full for that, Shawnee had this emergency meeting with Evelyn, Shawnee, Jackie, Malaysia, and Tammy. Jen arrived. And Malaysia, she said she wanted to get the bottom of it and feel that what's going on. So Jen came and she said she apologized for involving Shawnee into the mess, and she said it was not her intentions to hurt Shawnee. Yes, I was pissed off with Evelyn at the time. I was mad at the time. I said a lot of shit. I should not have supposed to say a lot of things. It was wrong for me to say it, to bring it up. But I was hurt back then, and that's how it came about. But I had no intentions of hurting you. So Shawnee said she would accept her apology, but she said this is a confessional. She would accept Jen's apologies, but nowhere in shape or form would she ever be sitting down and having one-on-one with Jen or be cool with Jen, because she said at this time it was ridiculous and pointless. And oh yeah, Shawnee mentioned that and said it was not true. So she realized that for her, it was too much that she said it was too much that she was plotting this, like she was planning and plotting for the secret, not the secret, for the rumor to go forward to destroy not her relationship with Evelyn, to destroy her relationship with her too, and jeopardize her family, her ex, her, and you was willing to go far. The plot, and then Malaysia confronted Jen and said, what we just talked about that you told Shawnee that, or you told the messages that I was supposed to bring it to Shawnee the bug, and that's not what it was. She said, no, not what it was. She said, so why you tell me that information then? What was the reason? She said, I told you information because I know you and Shawnee was not cool. So I told you that so you could do whatever you want with it. And Malaysia said, oh, she said a confession, oh, hell, no, no, no. I'm a good woman, and not that type of woman to even do some shit like that. Yes, me and Shawnee had a thing, but nobody can tell me what to do or what to do. Tell me what to do with myself and how to do it. So it's not like you tell me to jump and I'm gonna jump. No, that's not Malaysia is. Malaysia follow her own beat. So she said no. So that was her intentions was to tell Malaysia so Malaysia could tell Shawnee, but Malaysia didn't want to do that. But she said no, you can do whatever you want with that information. Now, Evelyn jumped up and went after Tammy. Now, I'm kind of surprised that Evelyn is not too pissed off of Jen as she is Tammy. Yes, we know that she's don't like Tammy off the back, so we not surprised that she went off on Tammy. But if you, like Shawnee said, Jen and Evelyn, y'all been friends for like 18 something or plus years, over 15 years. If for her, no matter what y'all was going off, for Jen to bring this out about Evelyn, which is some nasty woman about that, and to say that, to bring this up, that's like kind of shady. And you kind of like shady your friend, even if y'all was not friends at the time. That's something that you should not spread or start a rumor of. And Jen was like, yeah, so. But so if I were Evelyn, I would say fuck you too, Jen. Like you was not no innocent bystander on this, because Evelyn said Jen and Tammy was together plotting this. Jen plotted this when bringing this rumor up, plotting to get this information out, trying to get things to say this to multiple people because she went to multiple people about this information. But she blames Tammy for bringing this up, and she said that Tammy had a motive. Now, Tammy said she had no motive, and it was a reason. It wasn't no reason why she brought it up. She just wanted to show that Jake and Jen is being fake, and she's not a friend to Shawnee, so she brought this up. But my thing is, Tammy, this happened a year ago. You know this woman a year ago. All y'all knew of this woman a year ago, and nobody tended to say nothing to Shawnee until now, until you brought this up. Because, in my opinion, I don't know how y'all feel, but in my opinion, I feel that Tammy wanted to break the relationship up with Jen and Evelyn because she feel like they was close and they getting together, and I guess Tammy feel jealous that they getting cool again, and the fact that Jen and her is not as cool as she was with Evelyn, so she feel like bringing this information up was a catalyst for her to destroy the relationship, and Shawnee's was collateral damage in the midst of it. Now Shawnee has had she can't trust anybody anymore, or be cool, or know what's going on because if they can hold this secret about her all this long ass time, what else could they could be hiding? And they was going back and forth. Evelyn was screaming at her and saying, "You're fake." She said, "Oh, if that was your intention of being fake, why the hell you need to say that now? What was your motive? You had a motive for bringing this up." And I feel she did have a motive. She wanted to break that relationship up, so she brought this up now. Because there was no reason for Tammy to say that. She could have told Jen and said, "Oh, well, you need to say what you got to say, bitch, or something else, bring Tammy this out, or somebody else can bring it up." But for her to bring this up and call Jen out of it. But Jen fucked up. She's got caught. So, yeah, nobody is knocking Jen for, nobody is excusing Jen's behavior. Because Jen was fucked up. She knows she did. And she knows she got caught for doing it. But my thing is, Tammy, you brought this up, and all this happening because you brought this up. Now, if you never said anything, it would not, this would never went down. But at the same time, Jen showing, I guess they showing Jen her true life, and Shawnee is looking at Jen and saying, "Yes, not only you say that you plotted this, girl, so this is what it was." And Tammy brought this whole thing that Evelyn lied on Chad about the domestic violence. If y'all don't know that Evelyn broke up with Chad because he was abuser, and she was involved in domestic violence, and his career got shot, got hurt, and Tammy said she lied that she cried wolf because her and Chad was going back arguing, and then when finally somebody saw you, that's when she cried over and said, "Oh, he been abusing me," and I guess that's that thing. And Devin said Tammy is jealous of her, whatever. Was reading her, and Tammy said, "Oh, whatever, cool, calm, and collected." I said this what it is. Said that Tammy's a hater. But I feel is that the same energy you put into Tammy is the same energy you should have put towards Jen. Because Jen is the one who did this to you. You cool with Jen, and then Jen will hold this to her grave and never say anything to you. Know that she spread this rumor about you, even though if y'all was not cool or not, she still spread this rumor about you, and she said it with your face. Know that she said this rumor and thought she would never got caught. That's to say something about your thing. So I don't know why you mad. Yeah, we know you mad at Tammy, which is given, but you should have the same mad at Jen, and that's how I feel. So you should have barked or Jen, scream at her, say I don't want you to sit next to me or something like that. But you was cool. All your anger is towards Tammy. No matter if Jen apologized, I think you want to accept the apology and say whatever. She's like, oh, she okay? Oh, cause we wasn't cool at the time. So yeah, she said all that. I said bullshit. But at the same time, you was not cool with Jen at the time. Did you spread some rumor that we don't know about, Evelyn, about Jen that we should know? No. So don't excuse her behavior, but I feel that you should have been mad at Jen as well, and that's how I feel. Now we usually basketball wise, that's how I want to say about that. Sorry, I went on a rant, but I had to say what I had to say. Basketball wise, new episode will be on this Sunday, not next Monday. They will show a day earlier, so this Sunday will be a new episode of Basketball Wise. So look into that, y'all, and I will talk to y'all later. Peace.